Yo, how you doing, guys? It's 3/5 of them boys. Me, the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
What's up? It's me, Tech, the guy that loves this Progress Wrestling show.
And as always, Big Tone here to put us in the zone. Bye bye.
In the zone, indeed. And what a zone that we are in, because Super Strong Style 16 2025 is over. Day one and day two kicked rear end. We have a new number one contender. There's a challenge for the women's title that has been made, and there was a Rumble winner. From top to bottom, it was nothing but action. There was one match that was more entertaining and laughter, but apart from that, it was just well done progress. Before we go into like a match by match analysis, well done progress. Yeah, that's where I will leave it. Then your initial thoughts, my friend.
Wow, night one was a mind-blowing night. It was really, really good. Night two, we're trying to make calls who we think is going to win. That person's going to win. It was, once again, you couldn't call it. Yes, there was a comedy match in there. Needed that break because it was too much highs. We needed a little part just to chill and catch some laughters. Brilliant pay-per-view. Brilliant.
Excellent pay-per-view, man. We're gonna be hard pushed to beat this one because you had two excellent days of back-to-back. There's greatness here when it comes to wrestling. Truly demonstrating why the indie UK scene is one of the best in the entire world, if not the best. Honestly, I just advise anyone there just to drop what you're doing and go watch this if you have not seen it. It was that good.
Yeah, no, it really was. Okay, guys, we're gonna go through the brackets. We're gonna do it. As much as this is an instant reaction, we are a bit out of it. I can't remember exactly where we were at, but here we go. This is yesterday's bracket that was up, and we'll just go with it. It was a man like Darius versus Masa Kitamiya. If you joined us on live, you'll see what we found quite entertaining in that post-match. But yeah, look, Masa is definitely one to look out for. This guy is, Noah, be proud that you have that talent right there. And Darius is Darius. There's not much we have to say on that, man. And this match was... No, hold on. It wasn't the
This was opening match. This was opening match.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
This was the opening match. This was the opening match.
Okay, we'll go with that.
And if it wasn't, it doesn't matter. Let's move on. If it wasn't, we can move on. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll move on. Look, we're going to go in order. It's all about qualifying for the tournament. But yes, great match between two bulky boys, essentially, who knew how to kick it off. They went in.
Actually.
No, we know. Let's carry on.
Look,
I know he's right. Let's just move on. Second match. It matters not. It was a match. It was once again a match that could have been the main event match, which all of them were. So even though this was the second match, matters not. And we're moving it first. Man at the race or Masa. We're watching the game. Masa's from Noah. He's not part really of the promotion, so he's just going to be there. But then we're watching him again. He could still win. He doesn't have to win the entire tournament, but he could win this match. But then it's man at the Reese. We want him to go far. And last year, he didn't get to finish it. So we were like up and down. We tried to make a call, and we all went for man at the Reese in the end, but it was like really close. We couldn't decide who was going to win, but really brilliant match. Tone?
Yeah. Indeed, it
was. Yeah, man. Again, excellent second match of the day. but yeah, man. Again, when we came out, this was hard to call because, with our hearts, we wanted Man Like Darius to go all the way to the final. But Masa looked so dominant yesterday, and he had shocked us by eliminating Tate. So we thought, damn, they actually might want to give Noah a good showing here from their representation. So it wouldn't have shocked us if Masa had gone over. Yeah. But luckily enough, man, Darius pulled it out, man. A great opening match for him in what would shortly be a wonderful night. But it was a great overall solid bout between two performers that can really go, man.
Yeah. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. And that move that Massa does where he drops people on their knees.
Oh,
I can feel it from here. I can feel it.
yeah.
Some great
Well,
displays of strength in this match as well from both men.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like the Reese, those muscles ain't for nothing. He's a strong guy.
He really is. He really is. Let's not joke on that. Okay, let's go with official match one. Do you know what? I'm not even going to put up the bracket because I remember what it is. It was Leon Slater versus Zazaya in a match of high flyers. This is when you could say, what an opening. What an opening. Those guys went to town, man. Loved every minute about this match. Everything and every minute.
When this match started, when we see the music coming out, oh, they're starting with okay, Raw. This could be the finals, but it's the first match of the night. They're opening strong. Oh, like oh my god, this has potential to be the match of the night. They didn't disappoint. They killed it. It was amazing watching them. We thought high flyers, so it could be a lot of top rope flipping up beside us. No, it was wrestling. It was some good wrestling going on here. And myself enjoy a good wrestling match. Love this match.
Yeah, man. Like these guys were excellent, man. They really knocked it out the park. This opener could have been a main event on any card and any day, and no one would bat an eyelid because these two are so just excellent and fluid in the ring. And this match, man, the back and forth, like Dan said, it wasn't just your high flying, it was great technical ability and mat-to-mat wrestling as well. They really set the tone for what would be an excellent night, man. And yeah, man, the youngest in charge, he got his win. It was a hard-earned win, but a win nonetheless. So great job to both men, man. I definitely want to see them back in progress.
Yeah. Again, very strong contender for match. All of them have been in this show, but this was a very strong opener that makes you think, as you said, could be a main, could go forward. What came next is a battle of the big men, and this was something. We are talking Charlie Sterling versus Will Cruz. Wow, this match was not to be slept on. This match was not to be slept on. When you think of big men and agility, these two are the definition of big men with agility. It was mad. Absolutely mad.
Yeah. Watching this match, we were like, yo, look how fast they're moving. They're so big. And they have the stamina to keep going in a wrestling ring like this and to be involved in a tournament like this. You're like, what areas are they not gonna what? And then you think the last match or the first match, opening match, was meant to be like the high flying one. No. There was a Spanish fly from these giants.
Yes.
In other promotions, ring would have collapsed, but they landed it. The only problem with this match was it wasn't just a nice clean finish because someone had to come out and cause trouble. He's got a bad uncle. He's got a bad uncle. That damn dirty dog had to come out and mess it up for my boy. But geez, what a match! That Spanish fly is going to live in my brain. How does someone anyway? Big Tone, what are you going to say?
Look, man, when you think of this match, you just think of the mass of humanity. Yeah, when people like to say in it, yeah, you can pause if you want in it, meat slapping meat. This is what they're talking about. These guys, man, the way they moved as well were such big men. You just wouldn't expect it. It was a pure spectacle match, a type of match you put on your card to advertise of oh, this is gonna be a good one because it's gonna be so impactful and powerful, and this is your sort of bigger than life, out of your world type of professional wrestling. Some of the moves they hit, like that Spanish fly, man, that was absolutely amazing. Yeah, but then G Money ruined it.
G Money and Martina. Session Buff is not out of it as well.
But that's fine because again, Charles, man, he's a brilliant bad guy, man, and you wanted to. I thought he was gonna win. I did say at the beginning of the match that Charlie's gonna go over here, innit? Yeah, but it wasn't straight, and it was through nefarious means, if you will. And like at least that I was happy with because it keeps Will looking strong, and he would get his payback later on in the night. So yeah.
Yeah. No, great, absolutely great match. Moving on from that, we then went into arguably my match of the night. If it's not my match of the night, it's definitely my finish of the night and could be one of my greatest finishes in the history of wrestling. As we talk about Michael Oku taking on Trent Seven in the final match of this bracket. You can see why these men have held titles. You can see why they are regarded as some of the UK's best. Absolute barn burner before the bell even rang. Michael Oku attacking Trent Seven while he was doing his famous rolling deep into the crowd. The crowd were definitely the third man. Like they were weapons in this. They were weapons in this match. Oh, they definitely got hurt, and it went in. It was solid, beautiful wrestling from two of the UK's greats. There's no in betweens on that. It was a wrestling clinic. This is what you're looking for when you're talking wrestling.
Yeah, my match of the night. It was close with other matches later, but overall, after seeing everything, my match of the night, just the way they were so vicious, they were showing what strong style really was. And it was a match before the match, as AJ said, Oku attack Trent. Trent never let up. They went for it. They did some moves never seen before to each other. I love the fact that even though there was a winner, it wasn't like anyone got pinned or tapped out. One man had to pass out because he couldn't take the pain anymore. And he went out like a badass. He put up a finger. He just read between the lines. That's the finger he put up. He put it up and he was pointing it at Mira, and Mira didn't like. Mira's like, back at you, bro. It was amazing. They told him make you feeling better than that.
Well, man, this match again, like when you talk about like slum knockers, matches that can main event any match, like on any card, any night of the year. This would, I would even go as far as say a bit of an indie dream match, if you will, man. You had Trent Seven taking on Michael Oku, two of UK's best. From different generations, but still the best nonetheless, and they're just fighting each other here. It was great. A match before the match, people had to get out of the way, left, right, and center, because these guys were throwing caution to the wind. And like we was laughing because thinking, wow, this guy got like 2 more matches after this, did it? Yeah, it's successful in this match and his next match, but hey, it didn't matter. And yeah, that absolute badass ending, where they've thrown everything but the kitchen sink at each other. An all-time classic, because sometimes what you find in these tournament matches is there's a bit of an incentive to take it easy because you've got more to come and you've got more to give throughout the night. But these guys were not fighting like that. They were fighting like this is the last match they were ever going to fight. And of course, man, America continues to be a national treasure with the highlight, the most funniest moment of the night. Because not only did Trent go out, you will not be violated by that.
I've never just laughed.
Like I said, if it wasn't for maybe a couple of other things, I would put this as the match of the night. In fact, I don't think I could have a definitive match of the night this night. This is one of 3 for me. Yeah.
No, it was that good. Indeed. So I'm just going to bring this up right now for you guys. This is what it looked like. That's how it went. The image is coming up now. So that's how it, with the victories in place, you then had man like Darius, who would be taking on Charlie Sterling, and Leon Slater versus Michael Oku. And whoever wins those matches would ultimately go on to the final to be crowned the number 1 contender to face the winner of this match here, Luke Jacobs versus Cara Noir. And again, what a banger. I mean, first half main event, they went in. It was tough to follow Oku and Trent. At first, I could feel the pace. It was a different kind of greatness with this match. That's the thing. But it started to lead up. And when it really started to heat up, it went from heating up to full-on cooking. Like, these guys were cooking as well. Jacobs, you can understand why this guy's coming up to nearly a year as champion. He is solid. And Cara Noir, you would not believe this man has just come back from an injury. That's the best way to word it. You would not believe they are not long back from an injury because he does not miss a beat. Does not miss a beat. And they went to town on this match.
You say it took a while to build up. It really didn't. If you remember the match, Cara Noir runs straight in and went straight for the sleeper.
Yes,
so
of
quick.
course.
He went straight for the sleeper. Was got out. Wasn't he got out? Cara Noir went in for his finisher. It was like, oh my God, they're trying to wrap it up quickly. What's going on? But then after that, it's like, bam, 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 and then chill.
Took it
only
down,
to go back up to the point of like, there was no way Cara Noir was going to lose this. He kicked out everything. He did everything he had to do, except for that. He had him in the sleeper. He had the finisher. It's just someone else had a better move to end of the night. Big Tone, you know what happened then.
Yes, Luke Jacobs escaping by the skin of his teeth. Yeah, like with a nice roll-up move. At the end, he got the shoulders to the mat, and yeah, he's still your champion. And this match is one of the 3 matches I say could have been the match of the night because, I see what AJ was saying as well. I also see what Dennis bang on how it started before. I was just gonna be over quickly, but then it like slowed down and sort of became almost like WrestleMania 13 type of Steve Austin Bret Hart match with that slow build, but then it kept escalating. Yeah, and yes, we've seen blood in this match. That's how hard these guys were going. Yeah, and the fluidness. Yeah, you can see why not only Luke Jacobs at the top of his game at the Progress Mountain as champion for almost a year, but why Cara Noir has also come back after his injury and lit the indie wrestling world on fire, man, with all the main events, semi-main events he's been a part of. You see greatness in this guy and greatness in this event. What an excellent match.
Yeah. So between that and the break, during the break, we came back from the break. Congratulations, Beth. Just as I was getting angry that I forgot to enter the title, someone from the BritWres family won it. So I'm just going to put that shout out. Congratulations
Congrats.
to you. You deserve
it.
You deserve
it.
it. Very, very happy for that. And then it was time for semi-finals. There was not much rest time for these guys. There was not much rest time. And then we had to kick it off with Charlie Sterling versus man like Darius. Again, powerhouses versus powerhouses. But both men did not have an easy journey into the semis, and that's what made this very tight. Very tight as a moment of like, oof, who's going to take it? But these guys, big but agile. And that's all I can say when it comes to these two.
Going from early tonight, you see man like Darius coming out. He's got his mic and the singing stops. From the top, the beating began. Every single match, there wasn't a tournament in their heads. They keep forgetting that they had another match because it was another violent match, another brutal, amazing match. They just moved very well together. They worked really well together. The beatdowns, oh my God. How did Darius get out? Anyway, brilliant match. Yeah, Victor.
Like you said again, like Sterling with his nefarious teeth himself come out in true heel fashion and just beat down Darius, man. And from that, I was thinking, oh damn, is Darius gonna make it? We thought like this might be the excuse for Darius to nobly bow out at this point because there's no shame in getting jumped from behind and then effectively losing the match before that. Maybe even getting taken out before the match can even start. But no, that's not what happened, man. Like he battled back. It was a great back and forth with great near falls where you really did think, oh damn, he's done it. Oh no, he's done it. Yeah, great counter wrestling. And man like Darius managed to pull out the win once again, man, to secure his place in the finals, man. What an excellent match.
Yeah. Great match, and congratulations to Darius to make it into the finals. Then came the other match of the semis, a match that you could main event absolutely anywhere. Leon Slater, Michael Oku. guys. We've talked about it before. We've seen it in a triple threat, but as a one-on-one, and I'm sure it's happened many places, so it's not nothing new to a lot of people. These guys know each other, and they went to prove that they deserved to be in the final. Nothing was left in the back. Nothing was left for the finals. These guys put on a classic. They put on a clinic. Just loved every minute of this match.
Yeah, if you know what was going on, you had we had our prediction of who was going to win, and these two were the ones that was left from all of our prediction. And the good part about this was like, hey, there are 3 people now that gonna be there. And we're like, yes, it's exactly the ones we want. Exactly the ones we want to be there. But we're looking at like this was going to be the finals. Like, this is going to be the finals, but they're fighting now. What on earth? All right, cool. And my gosh, what's his name came out? He didn't come out with his ring gear hanging out. Oh, cool. Usually he comes out. Nope. Just came to the ring, ready to go. It was they both came out ready to go, and they did just start going. And my God, some maneuvers was made. Some maneuvers are made. Like we kept talking about this drinking game we do. If you get full, you have to finish your drink. We would have been off our heads just on this one match. My chef's kiss.
I went on record many times as saying, like, you look at Michael Oku, you look at Leon Slater, they could be classed as the very best 2 wrestlers in the UK right now, on the independent scene. They're that good, and they've got that bright a future. And this is a main event on any card. Like, to beat a dead horse, but it's true. It really is. And Progress as a whole got me confused, didn't it? Because, again, there's so many matches that I say, like, oh, this is the match of the night. This is another one, didn't it? And, like, again, they put on a clinical classic. Like, there was no business, like, no messing about. Like, there was all business. They come down and they did their thing, man. Like, and it was very interesting. We rarely get to see Michael Oku take a straight loss. But then, like, it tells the story of the night before, because he gave his all in that match. He didn't have as much rest time. And, like, he come out and they did their thing to a truly athletic spectacle. And, like, but Leon Slater got his win to crown his place in the final for a tag team versus tag team, like, matchup in it for the ages, man. And, like, it would only get even better from here.
Indeed. So this is how the bracket looked, guys. This was it. It was Leon Slater, Man Like the Reese, Boisterous Behavior versus Boisterous Behavior. But before that, there was a battle royal.
No. Before that, what happened?
What was it, Nina? Before that?
Yes.
I thought Nina came after the Rumble. Yeah, my mistake.
No, she did before that.
Yeah, she came out. Nina Samuels, and I must admit, some of the ballroom guys stand proud.
You did not disappoint.
You did not disappoint. The crowd in the ballroom were on fire for Nina. There was no titles, everything. Nina is stuff I'm not going to pronounce. She got called a female dog right in the middle of a challenge. But yes, Nina has laid it out that, okay, she lost her title, but it's not just because of Rio. It's because of Kanji. She said she wasn't able to win a title while Kanji was around. She gets rid of Kanji. She gets rid of Kanji. She wins the title. Kanji returns. She loses her title. And she wants rid of Kanji. So she's called out Kanji and put a challenge out. If I beat you, you're out of here. To which Kanji replies, okay, I'll go. But if you lose, you go. So it's been announced, guys. I believe at No Ordinary People, Kanji versus Nina Samuels. Loser leaves Progress. It's going to be very sad to lose either one of them. But hey, it's going to be a match.
100%.
It's crazy that this is happening, because usually if you lose, you leave. You're like, oh, clearly they're going to win. But when it's both of them, so it doesn't matter which one lose, they're leaving. You're like, Oh my God! We're going to lose one of the stars. One of the best parts though of this, which AJ already started talking about, the crowd audience, their participation here broke Kanji several times. It was, you ain't got nothing for me to fight for anymore. You ain't got a title. You ain't got nothing. Someone shouts out, fight for a hat.
Take a hat. Take a hat.
Take a hat. And if you know, Nina's got a little tiny hat. So it's like, oh my gosh, the broke. And I saw Nina turn around to the crowd and do that. Oh, you know that I'm not gonna laugh. So yeah, the audience had me as well. I was in stitches there, but I can't see any one of them losing. So I don't
No.
know who's gonna win this one.
Especially with the female
Yeah.
strong style coming, I'd like both to be in there.
Yeah, I would like both. Yeah. Oh, anyway, Big Tone, what do you think?
It's a very interesting match they set up here, because here you have the belt collector Nina Samuels herself, one of the very best in the UK, and you have Kanji that exudes natural babyface energy, and like they're both putting their careers on the line. It is not clear who's gonna win this match at all, man, and that's what makes the build for it great, really. This was an excellent segment. The crowd, like, they just did the whole segment justice. They broke both women, although one of them hit it well, but she still got broken nevertheless, man. I can't wait in it, like, for this event to come, so we can see this matchup.
No, it's going to be a big one. It is definitely going to be a big one. Okay, yes. So I called it earlier, bit premature, but yes, a Rumble. All of the gentlemen who did not qualify yesterday for the semis and quarters and semis.
Yeah,
the non-qualifiers of yesterday came in and were taking part in the Rumble. Oh, bring on the humor. Bring on the humor. We've seen Towers of Doom. We've seen it all. I've never seen so many men outside of a ring in a Rumble to an extent that the only man left in the ring at the point was the referee. Like, what the hell was going on with everyone trying to unhook Simon Miller and everything? But yeah, you had Lycos Jim, you had Tate Mayfair's, again, Miller. Our international stars were in there as well. I only eat peanuts for dinner, Jack. And who else was there? Yeah, it was just a huge match. Marcus Mathers, yeah, it was good, and obviously G Money. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this match. And yes, Retribution it did indeed take place, but I'll leave some stuff for you guys to say in this as well.
The segment AJ is talking about. Let me give a description, just in case you don't get to see the product. One person hold on to the ropes. You know the usual spot. The other person behind, just a G Money, trying to do a suplex, which would be crazy to do anyway, but trying to do a suplex. Followed by two people kicking Simon Miller. Simon Miller not taking it. They went outside. They both grab on Simon Miller. So now you have one person and three people behind him on the rope. Two more people get out and join those other two. So they're in the middle trying to pull them two out. So it's like, picture a rugby scrum, but they're all hanging on the rope. There was no more space left on the ring. No more space left on the ring. So what do? They asked the audience to get them chairs so they could stand on the chairs, grab them from behind and try to pull them. They couldn't pull them, so they reached their hand out to the crowd. So the crowd joined in and started to pull. Simon Miller holding back the entire ballroom. Oscar is like, I've put money down on him to win. I can't afford for him to go out. Trying to bring him back in. And then after that, just melee. So that apart, just everyone started to laugh at that. And then the balls game, the nipple twisting game. It was a nice comedy Rumble. But the comedy guy that was in there causing all the jokes with the punch to the nuts and like that had to get a comeuppance. And someone had to come out. Big Tone, you want to fill him in?
Yes. Will Cruz come down like the hero he is and stop the dastardly G Money from his nefarious ways. It was a great, excellent spot, man. G Money is so hilarious, man. And like this whole match was just a good, feel good time, man. Like when it come down to it, like it was also some excellent matches. and wrestling within this match, man. It was interesting to see Lycos Jim in it get a bit frustrated, almost slightly fearing towards heelish in those last few moments there. But like, I didn't really give him a chance to win, even though I wanted him to win. Like if I was voting with my heart, I would have picked him. But hey, he somehow pulled it off, and none other than Mr. Ups and Downs himself, Simon Miller, managed to outlast 7 other people and like win the battle royal, man. Be the final elimination of Lycos Jim. And I wasn't really expecting Lycos to get eliminated. I thought he was gonna win, but no, man. Simon pulled it off. He then cut an excellent promo afterwards saying how he wanted his Proteus title back. I would have liked him to go for the Atlas title because he's big enough to pull
He's
it
a
off.
bigger man.
But hey, maybe in the future, man. But either way, excellent match, excellent time. Nothing but high entertainment.
Yes, I also
One
have to
thing,
mention there was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about the two people standing together opposite Lycos Jim. Two unlikely team.
Yeah.
The unlikely team of Tate Mayfairs and Simon Miller became friends finally, and they tried to take out Lycos Jim. Well, eventually it did work because it led to Simon getting his victory. But the line I was going to bring up was Warren Banks when Super Kick after Super Kick took part, and he said it's like the Young Bucks and the Usos had a baby. That was possibly my line of the night. That actually, there was another line that will be coming in the main event, which saw Man Like Darius take on Leon Slater in the main event. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, you could see that these two are a tag team because of how well they knew each other. You would not believe they were a tag team by the way they took it to each other. These two went to town. There were moves that you're like, I wouldn't even do that on my worst enemy, let alone my tag team partner, my brother. Like, wow, they went in. They went in what is definitely worthy of being a main event. We talk about all the other mains and all the other matches. This was definitely worthy of being a main event. And for us, it was a case of, wow, we're all out, but we weren't unhappy at being all out with the Oku prediction. It looked like Nick could possibly take it with Leon Slater, but either way, you knew whoever wins this definitely deserved it. Over to you, Dan.
Yo, this match, you would never think, oh, they've both already wrestled twice tonight. They came out and wrestled like they were warming up backstage and just coming out now going, all right, it's my first match of the night. And they gave us a good 40 minutes, like a really good length of time for this match. And yo, you think, one had to get vicious. One of them had to get vicious to bring it, even though they're like, you're my brother, you're my brethren, all 1, 2, 1 together. But nah, they got vicious all night. They went strong style. If it's super strong style, let's keep it super strong style. So, and everyone here going, well, Leon should take it. Leon's gonna take it. Man like Lewis could win. I don't mind who should win. We're literally trying to make a call, and we couldn't decide which one was gonna win, all the way up until the final pin. And boy, what a great match! But you know what, Big Tone, let them know what happened.
Hey, well, look, if we take it back to the start of the match, innit, like as you mentioned, both guys came out ready with their game faces on. And like Man Like Darius was bandaged up, but he still gave the crowd the fan service, man. Switching up his music at the last minute, man, and coming out to copyrighted music. But like, look, man, that got the crowd pumping, and they got in. At first, I feel though they was very tentative to like go at each other hard. The commentary even mentioned this, but then as it progressed, like I said, that all went out the window, and it was like it's your last match ever, man, and your best fight to the death. And like the amount of near falls within this match, it was really like you're not sure who's gonna win. They hit finishers, they hit reversals, they hit counters, they hit submissions. They did everything to try and take the other one out, but at the last moment, man, getting the one-upsmanship is, of course, man like Doris, man, he is your super strong South 16 winner, and boy, does he deserve it, man. Like, he put on a clinic. That match for me was again one of the matches of the night. Like, there's so many great spots here, and this was a bona fide classic. I know we didn't do star ratings all night, but I would definitely give this 5 stars. It was that good, man. And like, yo, I'm happy for man like
5
Luis.
stars
Go
in the
get your
ballroom.
gold. You're not a journeyman. You're the future of the business. Man. Do your thing.
Yeah. This is a big one. I don't know if it happens at the ballroom. I don't know if it happens at the O2 Ritz. But what I will say, guys, the next show from Progress Wrestling will be in Manchester, far from ordinary people. Chapter 181. Next month, Progress. It's always the last Sunday of the month. It's going to be a big one. Sadly, we won't be there. I can't promise there will be a watch along. I cannot promise there'll be a watch along. Diaries prevailing and whatnot. But either way, it's going to go down. For sure, we've got Sunshine Machine putting the tag team titles on. I believe Nina Samuel versus Kanji, and possibly man like Doris versus Luke Jacobs, with the hometown possible advantage because it's in Manchester. But either way, the show is going to be absolutely solid. Check the links below because it will have your links to Demand Progress. It will have your links to Dice for where you can buy your tickets. And it's just going to be one heck of a burner. But I'm going to say this one last time. Progress Wrestling, congratulations on an absolutely awesome show. Man like Doris, 0121, stand strong because you and Leon Slater put on one hell of a barn burner.
Birmingham.
Awesome match. Great match.
Yeah, they smashed
Top
it.
Top to bottom, guys. Stand proud.
Brilliant pay-per-view. Day 1, day 2. Great pay-per-view on both of them. It's so far my pay-per-view of the year. I'm putting it together as one.
Yeah.
Greatest, best pay-per-view of the year so far.
Got a co-sign on the match quality alone. Yeah, this is the pay-per-view of the year, man. Like, everyone knocked it out the park. There's so many matches on both day 1 and day 2 that could be considered the match of the year so far. And yeah, it gave us a nice surprise as well because going into it, you would have selected like certain people to win. Yeah. But they subverted our expectations again, yeah. And man like Doris, who truly deserves it, got that win. And I'm just looking forward to how progresses from here, man. It's all uphill.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. What a way to close it. Okay, guys. So for me, the 1AJ, Anthony Jordan.
Me, Tech, the wrestling friend that likes progress.
And me, Big Tone, out the zone. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Progress.